Well, hello and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today is our last October Journal Monthly. Excuse me, because next week is going to be something like the 2nd or 3rd of November, and we're going to be moving into our Christmas journal. So let's get this one finished before we think too much about the next one. Now, I was mindful that we were running out of time, so while you've been gone, let's get it right up here so you can see. While you were gone, I did add in a few things. So I added in a photograph, a collage page with a photograph and some stamped fabric. And that's our pocket. I've not yet made tags to go in my pockets. And then on the other side, I added in another collage with a photograph and a piece of fabric from one of the Moda pieces that I've got. These frames and photographs are on my Ko-fi page, so you could go along and get them. So today I want to get it finished because obviously next week we're starting a new project. So I'm going to put an envelope on there. I'm going to put an envelope here. Can you even see that one? Yes, I'm going to put an envelope on here. And then I'm going to put 2 belly bands. Okay, so I'm going to go for really basic, straightforward envelopes. Whoops, let's move that over there. Now, I rummaged around in what I already had. Bearing in mind this is a freebie, or as far as it can be. This is baking paper that I use to coffee dye my pages, so that's been already used and is definitely a freebie. I've got this paper bag that something came to me in, so that's definitely a freebie. I've got this wrapping paper that something came to me in, another freebie. And then I've got, that one's torn, I've got this envelope, which, okay, it was a new envelope, so it's not technically a freebie, but I obviously coloured it up for some purpose that I've not used. So there you go. That's what we've got for our basics. So it'd be really cool, I think, if we can have a clear envelope. So I'm going to tear this, whoops, tear that like that, give me a straight line. And it's going to be a very basic pocket envelope. So I'm just going to come up like this, and I'm going to come down like this. Okay, basic pocket envelope. I'll have to double check the sizing, won't I? Because obviously my squares. So where does my first envelope go? It goes here, and yeah, that fits there beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there as my envelope, and then I'm going to have a rummage around and see what I've got on my desk or in my tub that I can decorate that with. So let's get started by sealing it up. So I'm just going to run glue down the length of the front flap, like that. And I think it's really cool to have a see-through envelope because you can see what you've put in there. So that's just going to fold up like that. And when the glue's dry, we've got an envelope. That's our front flap. So then let's just glue this and get that in place. And obviously it's not going to be totally finished because I still haven't made my tags or my journal cards to go in my pockets, but you're all perfectly capable of doing that without any assistance from me. So obviously you can do that. We need another envelope, so I need to decide I think I'm going to do the envelope out of this paper. So I'm going to open this up. There's a big hole there, so we don't really want that, do we? That's obviously where the sellotape was. So I'm just going to tear this down. And this could be wrapping paper that you've had a birthday present in, or, you know, some other kind of gift. And you can definitely easily recycle that, as we did with the cards. Oh, I'm sorry, Boo's having a little moan about something. I can't hear it, but it's probably because the postman's car is coming up the road. Okay. So, my other envelope. Whoops, I've got things flying on the floor now. Oh no, that's my belly band. So where does my other envelope belong? There. So we need another one to go here. So we just double check the sizing. Yep, that's perfect. This is quite flimsy paper, so I'm going to give myself a tuck and fold that over. And actually that needs to fold down a bit further. We've got no room to put things in and out there. Move that down there, bring that over like that, and now you can see it's uneven. So I'm just gonna trim it off so that it's nice and straight, like that. Get rid of those. That's nice and simple. And there's a little rough edge where I tore it badly this side. So I'm just going to pull that off as well, like that. Okay. So we could also turn that over like that. So that strengthens that flap. So glue that up, turn that over, obviously stick it down, and same this side, just making very, very simple envelopes. Okay. And then we're going to glue this up. We don't obviously want to look at that grid line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the inside of that bit. So we're going to stick that down like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to use a little piece of this music paper that's already on my desk, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a coverall there. So line that up and stick that down. Okay. Then I'm just going to trim it across there. Make sure you don't cut your flap. and down that side. Actually, keep that, Claire, that's big enough to use. And along here. Now, if you're new here, I'm sorry about my dog. She is very naughty. Boo! Right, I'll be back when she's shut up. Oh, she obviously heard me. Right. If you're new here, maybe when you've watched this video... Boo! Boo! Right, I'm really sorry about that. She was barking at the postman's cart, because I don't know if you heard, he's knocked the door, he's got a couple of little parcels for me. What I was saying was, if you're new here, maybe when you've watched this video, you might like to consider scrolling through my page and having a look at another video that might interest you, because you may or may not be aware that there are over 700 videos on my channel. So there's lots of stuff that you can get inspiration from. So maybe pop along, have a look, see what you like, what interests you. Excuse me. Right, let's look at our belly band. Now, this is obviously quite a flimsy bag, and I think what I'm going to go for is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sort of 6 stripes. So I'm going to cut it off on that pink one there. Okay. We can use this for something else at another time. And then we're going to want to go there. So obviously we need to come down to about there. Okay. And I'm just going to trim this off like so. And then obviously to make sure that it's a little bit firmer than just flimsy paper. See, I can't even get it open. What we're going to do is put a bit of glue inside, aim to seal it shut, and B to just hold it all together. Okay, and bring my book back in. You've all made belly bands before, so you might like to use the method you usually use if it's a different one to this. I need to take my rubber and rub out where I penciled in belly band, and then I'm just going to pop that in the centre there like that. And again, I can decorate that up and make a journal card to go underneath. And then my other one goes all the way down here in this corner. And I thought what I would do for this one is I'll do one that goes across. So I'm basically just going to take a ruler's width off of this envelope like that. And then I'm going to work out how much I need, which is about there. And then I'm going to put glue in there and stick this together so that it doesn't open and fray and drive us mad. So glue that, and then I'm just gonna, oh, which side do I want? That side or that side? So then I'm just gonna glue the edge and this edge, and then rub this out again. I do apologise. And then I'm going to put that across the middle like that, and we'll be able to put something behind it that way. Okay, again, you could decorate that up. You could do a fussy cut around some of these flowers and put that on, or use any other bits and pieces that you've got. You don't need me to tell you how to decorate. So that is now every one of our squares filled up and done. Okay, now the other thing we need to look at is some kind of closure, because this just keeps falling out, and the reason it won't stand up is because that is all falling forward and knocking it over. So what I've done is I've taken a point and I've made a hole in my paper spine. Okay, I'm going to take some of this baker's twine, butcher's twine, I never quite know what it is, but this red and white cord, got a loose thread on it there, I'm just trying to get rid of, and I'm going to poke it through my hole. And yes, we have made a hole in our spine, and yes, we have made it a bit weaker, but I have a solution for this, so bear with. Except I can't get this through, so just poke that through your hole and pull. Okay, because what I want is enough that's going to come all the way round and tie, so it's going to tie shut. Okay, so cut off a length. You've all done this, I know you have. So I just tie that shut with a nice floppy big bow, like so. Okay, big floppy bow. Now it will stand up. Well, it did stand up. What is it? The practice run stood up. Right, now we need to make sure that this doesn't rip through here. Okay, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue just to hold it closed. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over. We've got our cord there. You can glue that if you want to. I'm going to add another little bit of glue on the back, seal up our hole, hold our string in place, and then I'm taking a piece of this red lace that I got from an old dress. You may choose to use patterned paper if you don't have some lace lying around, but this is what I'm going for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up my spine to strengthen it. Now I'm quite particular, I don't like cutting lace in a straight line, as you know by now. I like to do it as, you know, the design of the lace. I like to cut round the flowers rather than just cutting a straight line. So cutting up those connection points through there like that. And it is a bit screwed up. It could do with an iron, but you know, I'm not ironing it, that's for sure. I don't iron hubby's clothes. I'm certainly not ironing this piece of lace, although I do iron paper. Anyway, right, so we've got a flat bottom because obviously that's going to sit on the bottom, and then I'm just going to spring that like that. Yes, it's just paper at the top. You could have done it longer if you'd have wanted to. And then I'm going to add a glue stick, because glue stick is great with fabric. And I'm just going to glue along there like that. And then to make sure it really sticks, I'm going to add some fabric glue. So a little bit there, a little bit there, up and down here like this. Okay, like that. We're going to add our bottom on. We're going to glue onto there. Get rid of that little bit. Now, anywhere there's not glue, obviously I'm going to come in. Oh, not that one, white one. And just add some extra glue to make sure that sits down. And then obviously I'm going to come all along there like that, and a bit higher there like that. And that is our finished October journal. See, it does stand up, you just have to, there you go. There it is. It's got a tie shut cord to keep our accordion section in place. I don't know what's going on with this bit of thread. We've got a front cover. You could carry on and add a pocket on there if you want to. If you're not sure about the strength of it and you really want to, you could add another layer of paper or fabric on there also. There she is. I hope that you've had fun crafting along and making that one. And as I say, I will be back next Friday with a new project for a new month, and this time we're doing a Christmas journal to make sure it's done by the end of November, and obviously can be used during December. So as always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for joining me. I'm off to have my coffee and I'll be back very soon. Bye bye for now.